Let's start the show.
I'ma do my own thing. Yeah. I'm finna buy a ringtone and let the phone ring. Yeah. I decided that I gotta do my own thing.
Oh, hello. Wait a second. Hold up. Oh, hello. Oh, yes. What is going on, guys? Does this raise? What is going on? What is going on, guys? Welcome back to an edition of the Guest House Podcast. If you're listening to this on audio, it's your boy Isaiah. If you're watching this on video, hi. This is my sign, my recent Instagram post. This is my sign. This is the setup. The setup is honestly looks weird. For my audio people, it's two ring lights. I bought one at Best Buy, one at what's the one-stop shop for everything you need. Wait, can I turn this? Hold up. This is kind of like a test run / new thing I'm doing. I know I'm right inside your eardrums. Basically it's two ring lights and then this light because I have this one turned off. But it's still like the Guest House Podcast. Like we still can hit him with the.
Get ready to slumber. Get ready to slumber.
That brother gone. But what's up, guys? I know that posting has been kind of odd. Obviously, you had the Bivens one that came out 2 weeks ago, but I haven't posted in a minute. And here's the real reason why: is that when I posted the episode where I referenced my ex-girlfriend, it kind of started this domino effect of just shitty things after shitty thing happening, genuinely in my life, but also like for the podcast, and also with spending a lot more time into graphics. And obviously, you guys saw the Lifestyles podcast post, which will be coming in April. So just stay tuned for that. I already recorded one episode. Now it just comes with like what bits are. Essentially, like it's gonna be half a podcast, half like a thank you for love that. If you guys didn't know, Dak Prescott as of today, we're recording this, signed a 4-year, $160 million deal, which I personally think is overpaying for the guy. But who am I? I'm just a guy. But when it comes to the Lifestyles podcast, I already recorded an episode. I might re-record it, truthfully, now knowing what it is, where it's going to be a 25-minute long podcast, but a 30-minute long show. And so you won't get, to listen to the full podcast, you'll have to basically listen to it exclusively online on Spotify or Apple. But to get like the fun aspects of it, whether it's a conversation, like if you guys listen to the past, like when I did mine with Jord and we did acting bits, maybe we recreate a whole scene from a movie. And I don't want to do something that's like 50 minutes long, so 25-minute long podcast, but a 25-minute long show that kind of breaks down some of the funny aspects of it, or even dives deeper into, like a one-on-one conversation, and so I think it's going to be fun. Lifestyles is something that, it initially started as an idea for the Be Active podcast I do with Paul, where we were going to call it Lifestyles, and it would develop into a clothing brand, where now, at least on Paul's end, like an aspect of clothing, whereas now Lifestyles is developing into my podcast, my new one I'm doing for Mondays, and also developing into a, that was the outro music. I thought, what the? Single. Got it. All my buttons are fucked right now. Develop for me. I'm hoping develop into a clothing brand, and so that's all Lifestyles is. It's exciting. Now let's get into some meat and potatoes of some stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, Sleepy Joe came through. We're getting our motherfucking stimulus checks. $1,400. You know what I'm saying? So why do I talk like that? I don't understand fully when it comes to what's the word, politics and stuff like that. But I do understand inflation. I know it's just coming up. But I think someone called this bandemic, so it's like we're getting paid. I'm happy because hopefully what this means is, one, I could pay back people who have borrowed money from this pandemic, because this isn't making me money yet, and Dutch Bros pays my bills, and so that is interesting. I'm hoping that this could be something great. Now when it comes to another aspect of things, when it comes to money, like I was talking to someone today and talking about how people say money is the root of all evil, and in some aspects that could be true. Then he said the lust for money is the root of all evil. And I realized that a lot of times I'll do things just for the fact of getting paid or just to make money. And I realized that's such a bad mindset to be in, such a pretty shitty thing to do. Realizing that, if you chase money your whole life, then like that's all you're going to be chasing. But if you chase happiness, money comes along. But if you're chasing happiness or joy, you start to see that things are a little better in your life. Someone who I'm super happy for right now is, I'll say anyway. Like one of our roommates, Kessler, she was having a pretty shitty go about things. Everyone has their moments in life when stuff's kind of shitty, but as of late, like she's happy. Like it's like a new person, and Kessler, if you're watching this or listening to this, proud of you, damn it. And it's awesome. I think another thing that people really need to dive into is exploring your mental health and realizing, like, yeah, you can have thousands of dollars, millions of dollars, but if your mental health is off, like, all of it means nothing. I think of more recently, and I talked about it in last week's episode, but with Vincent Jackson, like making hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars, being what is hailed as as a top receiver for his time, and his mental health just wasn't there, and then that was it. I think of I look back, hang on, I'll find it, where I screen recorded it, so hopefully, but I want you guys, I truthfully feel like you guys should go listen to this podcast, the I Am an Athlete podcast, specifically the episode with, here, I'll play the excerpt from the episode, hang on.
We're not immortal. Everybody has an expiration date. And to deal with that, why don't we, to y'all's point, why don't we talk to each other? Like Chad, you just said, your support system is small. We so cool with each other. Our kids play together. We hang out. We party. We gamble. Why don't men talk to each other about stuff like this?
And so he said that, and I realized, and I talked about it on last week's episode, but I feel like hearing the clip, like the full clip of things, like my circle of friends is realistic. It's small. I would say I could probably count them on one hand, maybe leaks to two, when it comes to stuff I trust them about. But when it comes to people I really dive and talk deep to about, and I had this conversation with someone in the past relationship where it's like I only give people like 60% of who I am, and everyone says like, give your 100%. When it comes to work, I'm giving 100% every time I go to work. Every time I go to work, 100%. When it comes to the podcast, I'm giving you guys 100% every time I do a podcast. When it comes to anything else, it's 100%. But when it comes to one-on-one personal relationships, most people get like 60% of me. Mainly because the 40% that I'm not showing is a 40% that I'm terrified of. Because, when you have a life when you face rejection, or you face, different kind of shitty things really in your life, you don't want to open up as much to people. And I think that's where the big issue comes in, is that like I was scared to open up to everyone, and so I just chose not to. And I listened to that podcast and I realized, like, that I have people in my life like Raph and Harlow and Sam and Drew and Mark, like more people obviously in my life that I could be more open about with my life too. It's just nerve-wracking, because I've had people in my life before who have been or said they were there and then they weren't there, and if you tell a dog, like if you slap a dog in like enough times, tell him no, he's gonna flinch every time someone tries to pet him, and not to like say fucking hit my dog, but I'm saying like if you see a dog, if you see an animal that's been abused enough, when it's very timid, it's very scared and shaky, no matter how nice of a person you are, that animals, that person was so abused and so battered that it's tough for them to really open up because they're nervous or they're scared. I think of when we brought Gemma home. Here's Gemma real quick. I think when we brought Gemma home, who's the pit bull that lives with my dad now. I lived with her. She was my fucking baby, my little motherfucking puppy. But she was a pit bull, and she was bred to fight, and she didn't want to, so she was fucking hit, left in the field to die, and they found her in the ASPCA. I remember going through dogs, and I saw her. She was about 6-7 months old, so she's still a puppy, and her tail between her legs. She's terrified, and I remember we were like, "It's okay." Like, when you talk to dogs, thinking like they understand what you're saying as a human, saying like, "It's okay." Like, come on, and I remember how scared she was, and then eventually she came around. She started petting. If there's a quick audio cutout, it's because I'm restarting the video portion of this because I am just a one-man show. But when you break down the brass tacks of like people, for people who have been bad, if you have never gone through something traumatic, then it's tough for you to understand what I'm saying. But let me put you into the shoes that I was in when it comes to, for a while growing up, like my dad, my dad is an amazing father. He's an amazing person. My mom, an amazing mother. But, they had their faults for us growing up in those moments where they were low. I know that my dad, when, my grandpa passed and then our family dog passed, like my dad was in a really deep, dark space, and he was a mad person at the time, and he used to like yell at us for things we do. Obviously, like we do things, but my dad had a little bit of an anger issue, and more recently he solved it. My dad's very I hope you see this. My dad's fucking soft. No, I'm kidding. A little bit. And even with my mom, like my mom wasn't present there for a lot of the major things that happened in my life, and so I don't like. People want to go to their parents and open up, but now like I feel bad because my parents only know about half the story before, and when I go to them and present it once it's already done, and even like close friends, like you never really open up to everyone. It's because like I've been beaten and battered and stuff, and so I get people in my life, and you just get timid. You're nervous interacting with them, and I know like some people have that. Some people can just open up, be an open book, but that's dangerous too, and I think that the more people realize that, to have your close-knit friends. Now, when it comes to, I was thinking this reference when I'm talking to people about opening up, and I can't quote the scripture at the moment, but it was telling the story of Jesus before he got crucified. And basically, if you know somewhat about faith, Christianity, or the Bible, Jesus had his 12 disciples. And they go into this garden. The 12 disciples all go into the garden. But he brings 3 of them deeper into the garden, to watch him overnight, basically be security. And those are the 3 people, I believe what it says, that he trusted the most. And as the story continues, Jesus is basically pleading to his father, like, if there's another way for me to go through this, like, please. And he comes back, and his 3 friends are asleep. He's like, God, like, wakes him up, like, Dad, I told you to watch this. And then we will. Goes back deeper into the forest by himself. He's like, and he comes back, and they're asleep. And it was showing a side of Jesus, like, dude, like, even I don't want to go through this alone. And I just need you guys here. I need you guys present. And I think of when I go through a struggle and I'm alone, how much it sucks. Like how much that sucks, that feeling of loneliness. And even now, like, obviously going through a breakup, like I feel it now more than ever because, I can have so much fun at work. Like if you guys see me at work, you see me on like videos and stuff. Like, yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. But when I'm like by myself, and I feel like a lot of you guys can relate to this. When you're by yourself, like loneliness is the biggest damn thing that can change your life, And more recently, I started dabbling in a CBD. I don't believe I can use it because it looks like I'm smoking on video. But I've been using it, and it's calmed me down because I do have really bad anxiety, and I do have these things that I struggle with. And so I'm happy enough where I am able to express that. And I want you guys to know, I'm not fucking doing it's not nicotine. There's no tobacco. It's a form. It's in the family of marijuana, but like if you take Adderall, it's in the family of meth. So don't fucking come at me about all this shit. Ugh. Everyone thinks I have a Nick stick. They're like, yo, dude, you got nicotine. I want.
Get ready to slumber.
You know what I'm saying? Get the fuck out of here. But yeah. So I forgot how I go on that tangent. The thing is, when I don't have a co-host, I go on these tangents and I can't prep for anything because and that's a whole different story. Where I suspect, okay, and people want to know what happened. So the reason why me and Jord don't do a podcast anymore, Jord is in much higher leadership than I am. I'm a fucking runt when it comes to stuff I do at my job. Where Jord is probably hopefully around the corner of getting her own stand through Dutch. And so I ended it because with her being in that power and me obviously being a runt, I would just say shit that's bad, that can get me into trouble and can get her into trouble. And we don't want that. If you're watching this right now, we're Team Jordan. And so we don't want her getting in trouble. And so essentially I ended it and I took the episodes down because we said things in the past and I didn't want that faulting her, which is, it's dumb, but it's true because I care more about her than I do about this. I care about my friends very greatly and I don't want anything affecting them. Like you see, like the Keyana episodes are down because we talked about some things we didn't say. I remember when I used to do the bonus room, like I took a couple episodes down of like with some people just because like people I don't know why people feel so comfortable with this, but sometimes people say some dumb shit. And yeah, so now moving forward, I don't know if I'll have a co-host again. It's tough like with Dutch, like finding a co-host because everyone has something to say. It's so interesting, but at the end of the day, like I just want people to have fun, and I feel like people have enjoyed this, and I've been able to talk freely to people. And this is what Drew just texted me and Ralph about Dak signing. And he proceeded to say pussies. So that's Dak Prescott. I want to talk sports, but it's also tough because I want to be able to debate with people. But at the same time, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to say. And so, but back to, I don't know if I'll have a host because when I come across with Dutch is that, and I remember when we did the Kayla episode, this was the issue we had in the beginning of that. She listened to a past episode where I said people kind of hit me up just to get, I feel like they use me as a platform. And people have said, like, if you want to grow, you got to collab with people. And the issue isn't collabing, but the issue is feeling that if you're using me to grow your brand, but you're not helping me grow mine. Like I've had people who've come on the show, they've asked to do it and haven't promoted the episode at all. Like they don't promote the episode. They don't say, go listen, this and that. And it's like, yo, what the fuck? Like, so what do you expect me to do? And so then it becomes that they want me to promote them. And it's shitty because like, we talk about this on the Be Active podcast. Like if you're my friend, like with Paul, like I've never asked Paul for a discount. That being said, if you guys do shop Be Active, use promo code TGHP at checkout, get 15% off your purchase. Sorry. But like people will come, like we'll do this show and then they won't promote it and then they want to come back and do another one. But it's like, bro, I need that too. Like, yeah, I love having a sit down conversation, but if you're like, I think of people who have been there since the beginning, Paul, Jord, Raph, like, the loyal people. Like if you've been there from the beginning, like when I succeed, like I want to share that with you. I want to bring you up with me, but if you're just there because just like you want to succeed at my expense, like it turns me off to the idea. And if it's different and there are people, I want you, hang on, Damien and Dylan, I'm not talking to you guys, by the way. All right. Damian Dillon specifically, I'm not talking to you. Because obviously we did an episode and we're all figuring stuff out. But people have come up to me and be like, I have something I need to say and I want to do an episode. And I'm like, bro, like, fuck, okay. Like, what do you have to say that you can't do an IG video? I've done IG videos all the time. Is it because I have the camera, the equipment, the editing power, the it's me? And I don't know. It's interesting. It's an interesting concept. Hang on. Seeing if we can get a special guest on the show right now. So sorry if I'm texting. Again, one man show. I set the lights up, I set the camera up, I set the equipment up, turn the table, everything like that. So everything is just me. So if you guys are looking to join the crew, okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, joining us now from remote locations, two special guests. They're huge people who like fucking actually call them. Guys, like I said, this is like a test run episode, but also like trying to see if this is the new stuff I'll be doing. So, ladies and gentlemen, joining me now, two very special guests, people who I don't even know where the fuck to put my phone. I wish I had a laptop. Might be right here. Wait, right here, because then I could. Joining us right now, two of my best friends.
Oh.
All right, guys,
Yes,
hang on, guys, hang on.
Oh.
Joining us right now, two of my closest friends, Christian and Key. Yeah, but, oh my God.
That's like what I asked in 7th grade. Like, oh, I'm gonna talk to the cute boy. What should I
What
talk
should I
about?
say?
What should I say?
What
Okay,
should we
I
talk
just said
about?
this. Now what should I say?
Oh, sorry.
Hi guys. Hello.
Hey.
Hey. So I was calling because I was just talking about having like close knit friends who you talk to about stuff when it comes to your life or things like that. And originally I was gonna call Christian about sports, but then he was like, I'm on the phone with Key, and I was like, oh hey, I remember all of our fun 3-way phone calls we'd have. And so then I was gonna ask you guys, how, like when it comes to like having friends you guys pour out to, like how big would you say your friend circle would be when it comes to that?
Maybe like 4 or 5 people.
I say 4 people.
Like 4 people?
Yeah, I think it's very small, but I think think recently it's been growing. I feel like I've been getting closer, and I think I'm being more better and better at like opening up to people and just talking about stuff.
Do you feel like having a small group of friends, like a small close knit friend group like that, is good or bad? Like, do you think it benefits you, or you think it's like, fuck, I should talk to more people about this?
Well, in terms of like super personal things, like if I'm upset or like sad or something like that, like yeah, there's only like 4 or 5 people. But I think that it's better to have less people because like also this is gonna sound so bad, but like if you have a bigger circle, that's like a lot of stuff that you're taking into from them.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's like hard to balance that, I guess. Like, you know what I mean? If you're hearing like 15 sad things all the time,
You just beat the shit out of you. You're just like tired of it.
yeah, exactly.
Well, not in a bad way. That sounds bad, but yeah.
Exhausting. No, it can just be exhausting.
You have any input, Christian?
No, I agree. I agree with the part where like smaller circles are, in my opinion, better. I feel like I don't know. I think if it's the right people, then you don't really need to have like that big of a friend group. At least in my eyes, I mean, I don't really care to have. Like, I'm cool with a bunch of people. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like if you have those really like couple close friends who you can talk to about anything, I feel like that's more than enough.
Yeah, I would say so. Are you with
Quality over quantity.
That's fair. Key, I have another question just for you specifically. Without knowing me or Christian, So you have no background. It's strictly based off looks. Who would you assume would be a fuckboy between the two of us?
Christian! Oh, without a doubt. No hesitation.
Okay. That question was
I
very.
make fun of him right now, and I literally call him a fuckboy.
I'm not.
No, he isn't.
No. He's not. He's not. Christian's
But
not a
first
fuckboy.
impression, yes.
Christian's not a
But he
fuckboy,
isn't.
but he is single.
Christian is literally the biggest simp. Oh. Oh my gosh.
What?
Christian.
How am I a simp?
Christian cares a lot.
Yeah. I don't think that makes you someone to simp.
Or about.
No. I'm just saying.
No, Christian
Like,
doesn't
it's
give
a
a
good
fuck
thing.
about girls.
Like,
I don't give a
how
fuck about girls.
fuckboys.
It's National
they
Women's
literally,
Day.
Like,
Christian doesn't give a fuck
Like-
about women.
no, fuckboys like don't care about like feelings and stuff.
That's me and Christian.
Christian literally, yeah.
Me and Christian don't
yeah,
give a fuck
no,
about
not when you
no
do that.
feelings.
Don't do
Yeah,
that.
fuck about 2021. Ain't that right, cuz? Ain't that right, cuz?
Yeah, cuz I'm God, cuz, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'll be out here in my shit, cuz, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When they do this shit.
Wait, are you with
Ew.
your friend Svetlana?
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, based off,
Just chilling.
do you know Svetlana? Do you know
do
Christian?
you think that Christian is a fuckboy? Like first time you see him.
No, but you guys were just like on FaceTime a lot, and I was like, okay.
Did you
what
think?
about Zay?
Did you think?
No.
Ew.
Alright, Svet-
Do it again.
I would choose Christian. I would choose Christian over you too.
Christian is more of the fuckboy over you two.
Hell yeah! Because she don't see my dangly earrings. I got my dangles in. It's fuckboy season. Hell yeah! Okay, Christian, I'm technically your
I feel
legal
like
guardian.
look-wise, Christian is a fuckboy, and then personality-wise, I could see it more towards Zay.
What the fuck does that mean? How? What do you mean? How?
Because
I give a hang on. I give a shit though. That's the thing.
No, I
So
know.
do I.
Give a shit about women.
So do I.
Who? Svetlana.
You.
But
Listen, Svetlana. I care about you. All right,
All right, cool. At least someone does.
hey.
Svetlana. It's National
So do
Women's.
I.
Svetlana, do you want to go play mini golf tonight?
See,
Yeah,
fuckboy,
let's go.
fuckboy.
She just said, "Yeah, brother. Hang on, guys. I gotta get ready for my damn date."
I was about to
Oh, you
compliment
have
your
a
fit. You're
baby?
looking
Is that
very
what you
fitted.
just said? You're raising
No.
To
your
get ready
baby?
for his date with you.
Oh, I thought he said I gotta go raise my baby, and I was like, "What? You have a baby?"
Yeah, but baby. Ew! Stop it. Oh my god.
It's just my favorite face to make, to be honest.
What?
Oh my
Hold
God,
on.
is there tea?
No.
All right, well, I'm gonna hang up and finish doing what I'm doing now, guys.
Who's on the podcast with you? You yourself?
You two, it's a solo one, so I'm recording it though. You guys can wave. You guys can wave to people of YouTube.
Say hey. Hey.
Hey.
Hey everyone, make sure you guys go follow their stuff. Here, I'll link it right down below,
Oh, let's go.
and go check them
I'm
out.
famous.
All
I'm
right,
famous.
bye guys, love
I'm
ya.
Single guy. I'm single. I don't even wanna
Okay,
say that.
all right. Those are my friends. But those are two people who I genuinely have a connection with, and so they're close with me, and so they love me. I love them. Follow this shit. Make sure you guys also go follow the Be Active podcast I do with Paul every Wednesday and Sunday. Holy shit. Oh, wait. It's Monday. Oh, thank God. And you guys are watching this on Wednesday. We're not canceled, by the way. We're still here with our big fucking bright-ass sign. And I don't even know how to do the intro music. I'm going to get canceled by YouTube. So, real quick. There was a special woman in this world named Jess. I meant to say Maria. Jess, you're special too. Maria. Oh no, wait, hang on. Serious stuff. Hang on. So guys, yes, I work for Dutch Bros, but through Dutch Bros, I've developed very close-knit connections with a lot of people, and someone I built a very close connection with is Allie. Allie, here's one of my favorite clips of me and Allie together. And it's me interviewing her at a party. I'll just show you a picture. It's me interviewing her at a party. But recently Allie lost someone very close to her, her brother Blake, and there's a GoFundMe up. It's linked on my Instagram. It's linked down below. It's this right here. Make sure you guys, if you guys can donate anything, please. It's a tough time for them, and I just want, I want like them to feel comfortable. And if you're watching this, listen to this, Allie, and your family, my thoughts and prayers are with you. I love you guys, and yeah, you guys are awesome. There's definitely someone here. But thank you guys so much for tuning in to this episode of the Guest House Podcast. We'll be back. Hopefully this will be a mainstay, and if I ever have a guest here, they'll be sitting right here. So for YouTube wise, thank you so much for listening and watching. And if you guys want to hear shout outs, you're gonna have to listen to the Spotify version or the iTunes version, because I will get copywritten on this one. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Welcome back. Isaiah's channel is flourishing and back, and so we'll have more for you guys. Catch you guys later. I don't have intro music yet.